Scary fables.
The creature in the abandoned hospital. Everyone in town said not to go near the old hospital on the hill. They said it was cursed, that something lived there, feeding on anyone stupid enough to wander inside. But I was 17 and trying to prove I wasn't afraid of anything. I went at night with nothing but a flashlight, a pocket knife, and my phone to record. The air inside was thick with mold and dust, the stink of rot clinging to the halls. I could hear water dripping somewhere, echoing through the dark. As I moved deeper, the darkness swallowed me, the beam of my flashlight flickering with every step. I passed empty patient rooms, overturned gurneys, and shattered glass. I told myself it was just a building, nothing more. Then I heard something. A dragging sound, slow and heavy, like wet cloth sliding on the floor. I turned, shining my light down the hallway. Nothing. "Hello?" I called. Silence. Then a low, rattling breath from the darkness. Fear rooted me there as something crawled out of a patient room at the end of the hall. At first, I thought it was a person, but its limbs were too long, skin grey and hanging in strips. Its eyes were pitch black, bulging from its skull, reflecting the light like wet stones. It smiled at me, revealing rows of jagged, broken teeth. I ran, boots slamming on the tile, the flashlight bouncing in my shaking hands. It screeched, a high, wet wail, and I heard it scrambling after me, claws skittering on the floor. I turned a corner too fast and slipped on something wet, crashing hard into the ground. Pain exploded in my leg, a sharp, stabbing agony that made me scream. I looked down and saw a piece of glass jutting out of my calf, blood pouring around it. I tried to pull myself up, but the creature was there, crawling toward me on all fours, its tongue lolling, dripping black spit. It reached for me, claws clicking on the tile. I yanked the glass from my leg, screaming as hot blood poured down into my sock, and I swung it at the creature as it lunged. The glass sliced across its face, and it let out a screech that rattled in my bones. I limped to my feet, my legs screaming in pain, and hobbled down the hallway, blood leaving a trail behind me. It followed, slower now, cautious, but it didn't stop. I found a stairwell and threw myself down it, rolling painfully until I hit the bottom, my vision going black for a moment. I tasted blood in my mouth, my arm burning where I landed on it wrong. Above me, I heard it coming down the stairs, each step a heavy thud. I forced myself up, dragging my injured leg, my breath coming in ragged gasps, and I found a back hallway that led to a loading dock. Moonlight shone through the cracked doors, and I could see the parking lot beyond. Freedom. I limped toward it, but I heard the creature's claws on the concrete behind me. It was faster now, shrieking as it closed in. I pushed through the doors, just as it grabbed the back of my shirt, yanking me backward. I turned, stabbing at it with the glass again, catching it in the eye. It let out a roar that shook the walls, black liquid spurting from its eye socket. I fell onto the pavement, crawling as it thrashed behind me, howling and clutching its face. I didn't stop crawling until I reached the road, where a passing car screeched to a halt, the driver jumping out, screaming when they saw me covered in blood. They called the police, and I was taken to the hospital, one that wasn't abandoned. I got 17 stitches in my leg and a cast for my fractured arm. They found my blood trail in that old hospital, but nothing else. But I know what I saw. I don't think it let me escape. I think it let me go so I'd tell others. And now it's just waiting in that hospital for the next person who's stupid enough to walk in.
Another scary fable told. Another night survived. For daily eerie stories and unsettling fables, like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you'll be ready for tomorrow's tale.